I'm Ari Shagal, coming to you again to talk about the music of Todd Rundgren and the hybrid chords that he uses. Last time I was showing examples of hybrid chords in his well-known hit Hello, It's Me, which is a song that pretty much everybody knows. Today I'm going to get to one that's a little more off the beaten path called Love of the Common Man. It's from his album Faithful, which came from the mid-70s. And this song has lots of really innovative, interesting uses of hybrid chords in places where they wouldn't ordinarily be used. I'll show examples of how an artist who wouldn't be as adept with hybrid chords would write it, and then show the contrast of what Todd did and what makes his compositional style so much more complex than average. I've been burned in my prime. Simple things in life seem so hard to learn sometimes, and it takes so long. So, here we have a descending scalar pattern in the left hand, which is fairly common, but instead of having very common chords over it in the right hand, we have some interesting things going on. Now, an artist less complex than Todd would probably write this song as, I've been burned in my prime. In fact, they probably wouldn't even have a melody that complex. It would probably be, I've been burned in my prime. They'd probably just go to the 5 there instead of lingering on a non-chord tone, which is part of the hybrid chord. In fact, given that some rock and pop is pretty much nothing more than campfire chords, it might be conceivable that someone else could have written the song without even that descending bass line. It could have been, I've been burned in my prime. The simple things in life seem so hard to learn sometimes. I mean, you could hear, your standard bar band playing that, right? What Todd does, he just takes it into a completely different universe, where it's, I've been burned in my prime. Instead of hitting just a regular A minor as we come down, it's, we have a 7th chord there, so that adds a little more color to it. And then another 7th there with the G. And then we get to the real interesting part. What we have there is an A minor 7th over F. So that's something you certainly don't hear every day in any genre, really. And then that phrase repeats, simple things in life seem so hard to learn sometimes. And then, and it takes so long. Now, another artist might have just lingered on that F, and it takes so long. Instead, and it takes so long. We have 3 hybrid chords in a row there. That's F over B flat going to C over F, resolving to a G over C. What other artist does that? There may be other artists, there have been other artists who occasionally will throw in a compound chord, and I'll get to that in a later segment, occasionally throwing in a compound chord here or there. But using them as resolutions, using them as the base of the tune, the base as in B-A-S-E, the thing that the tune is based around, not B-A-S-S. Obviously, because a chord has to consist of more than just one note, and the bass is only one note in the chord. But just what Todd does here, that right there is evidence of a completely different level of composition, and that is on par with Debussy and Ravel. And Laura Nyro, who I'll get into also in a later segment, she is really, if she was the Ralph Waldo Emerson of compound chords in the use of rock and pop music, then Todd was the Henry David Thoreau, is the Henry David Thoreau. And It's also a technique that they have in common with the jazz pianist Bill Evans and with Herbie Hancock, Wayne Shorter, Donald Byrd, any number of people from the modal jazz movements. So this is the B section. Everyone is waiting, just anticipating on you. Won't you make a show when everybody knows what to do? What we have there is an E minor 7 going to an A minor 7, pretty standard. And then we hit this A minor 7 over the F, and then back to the E minor 7 to the A minor 7 to the A minor 7 over F, and then we hit that wonderful G over F that gives the song its signature sound. And from there we go to a straight up C major chord that then gives way to a G over C when we get to take a dive from your ivory tower and fall on everyone. Back to the intro phrase, we'll catch you everyone, where we have the A minor 7 over F going to the G over F. And actually that particular progression you hear in a lot of Todd's songs. The time marches on, I learned to crawl, I learned to walk. So, now that I've explained the B section and the A section, the only thing left to do is put them together and play the entirety of Love of the Common Man. I've been burned in my prime. Simple things in life seem so hard to learn sometimes, and it takes so long. Catch it while you can. Too late tomorrow, and everyone said we all know what comes of that. Living in your pockets and talking through your hat, but it won't take long. Turn your head around. Too late tomorrow, and everyone needs a love of the common man. Turn the world around. Too late tomorrow, and everyone is waiting, just anticipating on you. Won't you make a showing? Everybody knows what to do. Take a dive from your ivory tower and fall on everyone. We'll catch you, everyone. There's a guitar solo here. If I had a third hand, I could approximate it. I said everyone is waiting, just anticipating on you. Yeah. Won't you make a showing? Everybody knows what to do. Take a dive from your ivory tower and fall on everyone. We'll catch you, everyone. I would be so pleased to spend some time to hear a little talk about what's been on your mind, 'cause it don't take long. Turn your head around if it comes easy. Everyone needs a love of the common man. Turn the world around. Too late tomorrow, and everyone needs a love of the common man. Turn the world around. Too late tomorrow.